standard. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up!
Oh, Darin, I just want to, when it comes to forming an alliance, you got WrestlePalooza coming up, and it's you, and it's Warhorse, and it's Lore. A lot of people have been asking who's the leader. Warhorse has that Uptown VFW Championship, the one that you've had now you've had it twice. Is there any dissension already in this group, or how do you guys operate it?
I truly believe that people immediately are trying to put a wedge in between everything, like as if I can't be happy for somebody else's success. People have been doing this with Lore and I. They're waiting for this inevitable breakup. They think that Lorben Cometh is going to implode like the Mega Powers. And if we did, it would be bigger than that. Write that down. But here's the problem. Success breeds success. I am the only Triple Crown winner at F1rst Wrestling. I've held the Uptown VFW Championship twice. I've held the Uptown VFW Championship for 364 days. And if you add up the time together, I have had over a year reign as champion, and I defended it against Orange Cassidy. I defended it against some of the top stars at F1rst Wrestling. And now, yes, it's gone to Jake Parnell. And I wasn't there when he won it. But you better believe I was paying attention to it. And Jake and I hit it off instantly. I wasn't a big fan of the whole Warhorse thing, but I was a pretty big fan of this new mindset. I feel like it's echoing what I've been saying for so long. And the problem is when I was Uptown VFW champion, I was giving that belt credibility, but no one wanted to understand it. And so I realized that, you look at the other champions that you've had, Devon Monroe, Orange Cassidy, Priscilla Kelly, Brandon Gore. It's finally back to somebody who could establish it, and honestly, he doesn't need it. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. And I'm watching all these people suddenly. When he puts the belt and he stomps on it, I watch people lose their minds as if they cared before. They always want to downplay my championship reign. So do I feel jealous that he has a championship? No, not at all. I actually love what he's doing with it. I mean, I know that you find this hard to believe because you only want to believe what the stereotypical bad guy is going to believe. And that is that someday it's going to become like our egos are going to inflate and we can't stay in the same room together. So ultimately we break up because your favorite bands break up. Your families have broken up. Everybody that you've ever put faith in has broken up, so you don't want to invest in us. But I'm telling you that it doesn't matter. When we look at this and we see this, Lore, Jake, and we're all on the same page. And someday, I would love to say that we would all wear gold, but there's only 2 championships at WrestlePalooza, and only one of the people holding a championship right now is actually credible. So let's just establish that right now. But if there were more belts to be won, we would have those 2. And honestly, at this stage in the game, I've already done what I need to do. And so I'm looking forward to watching F1rst Wrestling and all these people trying to get there and claw their way there. I'm looking to dismantle it from the other side. And we're going to make sure that people realize that if they start investing over all these guys that they see come in, who they want to see the next biggest, brightest star or the next coolest move, it doesn't matter because they're going to burn themselves out anyway. But we will be here until that company is non-existent. And if that company ceases to exist and everything that people are value or find value in there, it will be because of us. If you can't form a legacy that's worth preserving, you might as well just destroy it and burn and salt the ground so that nothing can grow behind you. That sounds like a great plan. And then when you look back at that pile of rubble, you realize it didn't matter because you got to keep moving forward anyway. And everyone dissipates and they go their separate directions. So if you're kind of wondering which way we're going to go, and if you think a split is inevitable, we wouldn't be together if we already knew there was dissension. We've been doing this far too long. There's no Lorben Cometh split. There's no problem between Jake and I. I'm looking forward to a long reign with Jake as he has that Uptown VFW Championship. And honestly, if it keeps pissing people off, I'll make sure it keeps it around his waist.